guys, Tutorial Planet here on a video on how to make a YouTube outro. So let's get straight into it. So, first thing you'll need, I'm going to try and keep this to the cost to the minimum. So if you can find a multi-layer editing software for free, then that's perfect. But the first thing we'll need is Paint.net. Now this is a free program, a tiny bit like Photoshop, that will let you edit and make images and graphics. The second thing you'll need is any double layer or any kind of layered editing software, like video editing software. I recommend Premiere Pro, that's what I'll be using today from Adobe. Now they have these really good plans where you get all their apps and you get them updated. And I use the student plan, which is only £15 a month, which is brilliant for all their apps. So I could be using Photoshop right now, but I am trying to keep the cost to the minimum. So, first thing we need to do is create a new document and make the resolution 1920 by 1080. And if that keeps changing, then untick the box maintain aspect ratio and it should work. Then you click OK. And you will get this canvas that is 1920 pixels by 1080. So the first thing you want to do is get a nice background. Now, if you want a picture background, then what you'll need to do is get a HD background off the internet. So I have a planet, which is for Tutorial Planet. So I'm going to be building my channel through tutorials. So I need a HD Galaxy wallpaper. So that should work. HD Galaxy wallpaper. So something like this should work. And then I can have my logo in the middle of it. So if you just click on images and then just double check it, just click on it and then it will come up. So you can see that is above 1920 by 1080, so we will have to shrink that down. So that is a nice high resolution image. So you just right click it, click save picture and save it to wherever you want. So I'll just save it here and click save. So you need to open to the folder where you saved it, scroll down and find it wherever it is. There it is, and then drag it in to Paint.net as a new layer. Now it will make it bigger because it is a bigger image. If that happens to you, you just need to click image, resize, and untick maintain aspect ratio. You need to make it 1920 by 1080 as we learned earlier. And that should, once it shrinks, shrink it down to the right size. So that is what we need. So what you need to do, just delete that background layer because you don't need it for now. And then we create a new layer above, make sure it's above. And then you need to put a logo or something else in. So I'm going to go to where my Tutorial Planet logo is, which is in this folder right here. Drag it in and add it as a new layer. So there is my logo. You need to resize it, and if you want to maintain the aspect ratio, you hold shift while you're dragging, and you can't make it go like really wide like that. So just Control Z to make it normal. You need to hold shift to make it the right size. So don't let go of shift before you finish dragging either, because that will mess it up. So just about, I'd say a bit smaller than that, about that size there. Once you do that, that is your logo. If you want some icons that they can click to bring to your Twitter or your Facebook or your other social media, such as a website or blog, then you could put those icons in and annotate them when you put it on your video so they can click them. But I won't do that for now because I've not got much social media. You may see it at the end of some of my future videos though. So once you do that, just get the magic wand tool and kind of click off of it, and that'll put it in its selected area. But if it is a bit wonky, which I can see mine is, you can move it over a slight bit by selecting the blue arrow with the move tool underneath it. So once you do that, get the magic wand again and click off the page. And there we have our logo in the middle. Once you do that, you need to get the shape tool here and make sure it's set to rectangle. And once you've got the rectangle, you need to make a new layer. And now with this layer, you need to change the brush width to about 8 and drag out a rectangle about the size of your video. So I'd say about that. And then if you want to make it super accurate, you can click on the layer, click copy, and click Control V, which is paste, and you can drag it over so it's exactly the same. As always, get your magic wand tool and click off of it. You can put some videos down the bottom as well, but I've not got any videos for now, so it won't make much difference. All you need to do is when you get back into the editing software, you need to do extra. So while you've clicked on your layer with the boxes on, then you need to get the magic wand tool, click in the box, then hold Control, click in the box again, and then scroll down and go to your background wallpaper and click delete. And that will make the background transparent, as you can see. So that'll mean that if you put this on top, then the videos you put behind it we will be able to see through the actual image. So once you do that, you need to click File, Save As, and this is very important when you come to this bit. Instead of being a .pdn, you need to change it to a .png, not a JPEG, not a GIF, not a TIFF, but a PNG. Once you do that, you can save it as outro, and then just go to where you want it to be and click save. Once it's saved, then just click auto detect and make sure that you can see the transparency, because I think if it's 8-bit there might not be transparency. Just click auto detect and it will make sure your background is high resolution and that you'll have transparency. So then you click OK and flatten, and then it'll start to save. Now let's hop over to Premiere Pro, and what we need to do is browse to the place where you have your image saved. So double click on that just to check it's all right, just to check that it's worked. And it does say there that it's 1920 by 1080, which is perfect. That's exactly what we need. So what you need to do is drag it into the project browser here. So it says import media to start. If it doesn't say that, then don't drag it in there. If you can't find it, my workspace will look a bit different to yours because I have changed it about a bit. You need to go up to Window and then Workspaces and then call it Editing, and that will send it back to normal, and you should find it down here below. But I have made my own workspace, which is Edit Yeah. Once you do that, you can double click it to see what it looked like in here. So it's a nice picture. You can just double check it, and the boxes will be black. They won't be transparent, they will be black. So don't panic, it should have worked if you saved it as a PNG and you followed all the steps correctly. Don't worry, it should be fine still. So once you have that, best thing to do is just drag it down into here. So on your video 1 you will have the clip, and you can extend it and like put it back in together if you don't want it to be so long. And now we need to find some good music. So I have some lined up. So drag that into the media again. And then to preview the music, just double click it. And then you'll find the music will play. So I think it's about here. Yeah, so that's where the bass drop is. And so to zoom in on your project, it's on PC, it is the minus zoom in. So you can get exactly where the bass drop is. And the minus key, which is right next to it, to zoom out. So what I want to do is zoom into where I think the bass drops and just drag it along. And you can mark an in point by clicking I, and then drag it a lot and zoom out again, and then drag it along to where you want to stop the music, and then click O, which is an out point. So once you have that, you can deselect the video and all of these, which will make it go straight to the audio track, and then get it here and you just get it from here, drag it straight in, and once you start it, you'll hear that it is the ready edited one. So that is the song that I will be using, and it is, if you want to know, the song is straight in the description, or you can see it here. It's by Disco's Over, and it's called Lonely Island PTII, which I think is part 2. So once you have that, you need to make sure that your outro is all the way up on video 3, because you need to make sure that that's on the top and all the videos that will be displaying are underneath it. So because I've not got any videos yet, I'll just get some clips that I've taken with my camera over the holidays, so I will just get those clips now. So I've got my 2 clips, and these aren't anything to do with videos from YouTube or anything, but they should be long enough. If you do want to preview them, you just double click and you can click play and stop and rewind it. What I'm going to do is you need to deselect video 1 and audio, because you don't want the audio to go in, and you need to select video 2. It will say video 1, but that's the one it should go to. And then you just drag it in and put it there, and that is pretty good. So obviously with the outro we need to drag it to be in line with the audio, so it will go on for as long as the audio goes on for. And you need to drag, so you move your playhead over the clip and you make sure you've clicked the clip. It may be useful, what you need to do is look over this window here. It may be useful to go on the outro and just click that little I button there, and it will put a cross through it so you can't see it for now, so you can get it positioned. So once you have it there, you need to go up here to effect controls, and now if you've not got this window, you just go window and tick effect controls here, or it could be shift and 5. So what you need to do is go down to motion and put the scale down so it can be seen from your window. So just do it about the size of the window there, and just position it where it should be, so around there and up to around there-ish. So what you can do now is flip on the view again. So that is a bit small, so we do need to make it a bit bigger, and just reposition it till you're happy with the positioning. So I am just about fine with it being there, and you can see if you're going to play it, then it looks all good there. And because beforehand we unticked the audio, then you've not got the audio from that layer. So what you need to do is drag your other clip in, which is exactly the same. We have not got any audio selected, so you need to click on that clip. It also may be useful, as you know, to untick the background layer. You need to go to motion and then scale it down to about that size there, and then drag it across, drag it up to the box, drag it across over that side there, and just fine tune it when you reposition it over there. So let's get this right, about there. So your videos from your YouTube would be a bit longer than them, obviously, so you need to trim it when it gets here. But I've not got any YouTube videos yet, 'cause this is my first one. So all you need to do that then is attach that onto the end of your video and render it out. So that is all for this tutorial. Like, comment, rate, subscribe, and help me out. YouTube is a big passion of mine, and I'd love if you could help me out. Thank you and goodbye.